All right.
All right, moving along.
Last story of the night.
Yeah. It's late.
It's late. It's like almost 11 o'clock here, so. My last story is coming from AITA. Am I the asshole for not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling? I, 34 female, have recently ran into a situation with my husband, 37 male, and I am curious about if I am the asshole here or not. So, me and my husband have been together for 8 years, married for 7. When I got married, my mother came to me privately and talked about setting aside money as a rainy day / escape fund if the worst came to worst. My husband has never showed any signs of being dangerous and rarely even gets upset. But the way my mother talked about it seemed like a no-brainer to do. When me and my husband got together, we agreed I would be a stay-at-home wife. We are both child-free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid-six-figure salary. All was good until about 2 years ago when he was injured at work in a near-fatal accident. Between hospital bills and a lawsuit that we lost that ate up nearly all of our savings, I took a part-time job while my husband was recovering. But when he fully recovered, we transitioned back into me being unemployed as my husband insisted that it was his role to provide. He currently is working 2 full-time jobs and Ubers on his days off to keep us afloat. So here is where I might be the asshole. I do all of the expense managing and have continued to put money into my escape account. Although I did significantly decrease it from $750 a month to only $200 a month. My husband came home exhausted one night and asked about downsizing because the stress of work was going to kill him. I told him downsizing would not be an option as I had spent so many years making our house a home, and I offered to go back to work. He tried to be nice, but basically told me that going back to work wasn't going to be enough. After an argument, my husband went through our finances to see where we could cut back. He was confused when he saw that I had regular, reoccurring withdrawals leading back for years, and he asked me about it. Well, I broke down and revealed my money to him, which now sits at $47,000. After I told him all of this, he just broke down sobbing.
Poor guy.
His point of view is that I treated him like a predator, and I hid money from him for years, even when he was at his lowest. I told him that the money was a precaution I would have taken with any partner and not specific to him. He left the house to stay with his brother and said I hurt him on every possible level. But my mom says this is exactly what the money is for, and I should bail now. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
1,000% yes.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
In sickness and in health, and you're going to let him run himself through the lawyers and all that, like, court stuff, and, like, him making himself, like, stressed out to the point where he's like, we have to downsize, and you're sitting on a lump sum of, like, a nest egg. It wasn't just an escape fund. It was supposed to be a rainy day. This is a rainy fucking day. And if you're not going to support your partner in that shit, then get the fuck out.
Yep.
What kind of partner are you?
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
50
Come for
Gs.
me in the comments.
No, I
50
100%
grand.
agree.
I agree. You're a partner. You're a team. There's a difference between, like, okay, you have a little bit of your own checking account,
couple
$1,000 and stuff.
Like $6,000 to $46,000 is a huge ball gap.
But you are essentially a partnership, a team. He has the work. He goes to work. He provides. You do the home life.
You were a
do the family.
wife.
Stay-at-home wife.
Did fuck off.
Not even a stay-at-home mom.
Like, no offense.
Like, you were a stay-at-home wife.
What did you do?
And you're taking $750. That's huge a month, and putting it into this rainy day fund.
So that's his money.
It's his money.
That's
So you were
fucked.
stealing from your husband.
Yeah.
You are stealing.
Essentially.
If you were taking it out of the joint account and putting it into your account that he doesn't have access to, that is stealing.
He needs to leave her.
Oh my god, that's insane.
He needs to convince her to put that money back into the joint
Well,
account.
I don't think there's convincing. I think
Then he
there's
needs
just
to
like
leave her.
a very deep conversation ahead of them.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't think I could trust
wait,
you again.
I would
It
know.
was
There's
her,
no
it was
way.
her mother. Was it
No
her
financial
mother that
trust.
convinced her to
Yeah,
do this?
her
Yeah.
mother.
Oh, her mother's a fucking bat. Time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, who sets their daughter up and says,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, by the way, like, just so you know, have a getaway, like, runaway free, like, get out of jail free card." Like,
Yeah.
no,
like, I can kind of understand that part because sometimes
no, you should have
you
financial
never,
independence.
yeah, you should
Yeah,
have
at
financial independence.
At some point.
You never know. Truly, on a low key scale, we are still strangers.
We say that all the time.
No. One of us says that all the time. Not both of us. That's not a we. Teresa says we're fucking strangers. So
Sometimes I'm like, what? You're like, we're living together. We're engaged, but like, I didn't know you 7 years ago. You're a fucking stranger.
So sometimes in a low key way, like you never actually know anybody. Everybody, you're independent. You can't be inside someone's brain. Anybody can flip a switch at any time. I'm not saying you need to have a bailout fund, but it is important, I feel like, to have that financial independent.
Yes.
So you're not financially dependent
If you
on
want
that
that,
person.
yeah.
So that if you need to leave, if anything does become bad, you are capable
You
of
can
leaving.
walk away.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's different from literally stealing
Yes.
$750
Exactly.
per month and putting $50,000 away into a fund that he can't touch. And then he has been working 2 jobs and Ubering, is broken down. And not once have you been like, it's not even like, oh, I offered it to him and now my secret came out. It's literally like he found out when he finally said, I need to see where we can
Yeah.
cut back.
Yeah.
And so you have literally been betraying him this entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want that fund for safety, like for a safety net, earn it yourself. Make
Or-
that money yourself.
But like, why does it need to be $750 a month?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like-
Or if you want it, have that conversation with your husband. Being like, maybe don't say it's so that I can run away. Say that, hey, like if I'm agreeing to be the stay-at-home wife, if you don't want me to work, which honestly, if you don't have kids, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, it's
no
wild,
offense, Teresa.
wild.
I would love to.
No offense to Teresa.
You're my partner. I would love it if you were the stay-at-home wife, but like I don't understand that if you're not taking care of kids, why do you just get to do nothing while I'm going to work every day and then you get?
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah, I would love to do that too. So why is that fair if you
But
get to do
I agree
it?
with
No.
Denver on that. Like, unless you have
Kids.
unless you have a surplus of money where it's like it's not going to stress your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's like
yeah.
I love being the CFO of my job and I really don't want you to work. I want you to be a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah.
How is that even fair in a relationship?
Meanwhile, you're
Yeah.
also like my at-home assistant. Like, you make sure I get to my
Yeah.
functions, like my
Exactly.
high-profile job
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
But if you're not like
doing anything.
something, yeah, if it's just to take care of yourself,
And if
Yeah.
that's outside of
wild.
my personal opinion, I don't think that's fair. But if that's what you want for your life and your relationship, maybe that's a conversation that you can have as a wife, being like, listen, if this is what you want for me, and I'm not allowed to have a job and earn my own money, can I have an allowance of X amount per month that I can put into my own savings account that I can do what I want? Maybe $47,000 isn't I'm going to leave you money. Maybe this is my Mercedes-Benz money that I'm going to buy in 3 more years type of money. Or this is my projects that I want to do. I haven't wanted to do anything and I'm saving up for something big. Like, have that conversation with your husband and make sure that he's okay so that he knows every month you're taking out X amount, whatever it is that you agree on, 200, 700, whatever it is. He knows where the finances are going. So like what you were doing was essentially stealing it from him. He had no idea. It was hidden from him. He goes and checks his finance. He trusts you to take care of all that stuff.
She
And he comes
backdoored
to
him.
find out that you've just been
Yeah.
fucking him for 7 years.
Yeah,
Wild.
there's
Finds
no
us
way
out.
you can like trust again.
I could never trust you
Yeah.
again. I would leave you.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely divorce worthy.
My number one priority would be like convincing you that everything's okay. So you put the money back in the joint account, and as soon as it hits the joint account,
Bye.
transfer it into
Bye,
an account with
yeah.
my name and buy.
Yeah, yeah.
you want to fuck on me?
That's massive betrayal of
Yeah.
of a trust.
Yeah.
The fact that he's like literally
working himself to death.
like
Yeah,
increasing
that's
his
so
level
sad.
of heart attack, increasing his level of stress, like
Yeah.
to the max, just to make sure that they're both happy. And she's like, like
And he's like,
get your head checked. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
and he's like, can we get rid of this 4-bedroom house
Like this
that we
isn't
have
a
by
partnership.
ourselves?
This is a dictatorship
Yeah.
at this point.
Like, can we?
Am I living in a communist community?
Like, can we sell this 4-bedroom house that we do nothing with and go get a 2-bedroom condo and cut our expenses in 1/3? Nope, I made this our home.
Yeah, I did not like that comment either.
Yeah, we are not allowed to downsize. You need to continue working. Although she did offer to go back to work, so I'll give her a little bit of grain of salt. But everything you've been doing
But, like,
for
after how
7
many
years
Yeah.
has been a
What are you gonna-
betrayal.
yeah.
Everything you've been doing for the last 7 years has been betrayal of trust. Skimming out $700
She should
is
have
a
just
lot.
been honest with her from the very start and said, "Hey, this is what it is.
Like, I need my own money. If you don't want me to work, I need an account with my money that I
It
can
makes
do
me
things in
feel
the future.
financially, secure
I
in
can-
case anything ever happens."
Or if I want to purchase something in the future, if I
It's-
want to do
but the
something.
fact that it was labeled as a runaway fund,
exactly
Yeah.
sketchy.
yeah,
Like, I would.
like you're planning for failure.
You're
Plan
planning
to
for failure. Exactly. You'll
You
never have
plan to
success if
fail.
you're planning to fail.
That's not okay.
It's not good.
Yep.
It's not good.
She's a twat.
Yeah, literally.
Well, way to end on a depressing note.
Was there any comments?
Top comment: this can't be real. I refuse to accept that anyone could be this obtuse and casually cruel to a person who
Yeah.
cared for them and about them to the point of a breakdown. Seriously, I'd feel much better if you came on here and said, "Just kidding."
Yeah.
No, because now I think about like every Uber driver who comes to me and being like, "Oh, here's your order," and I mean, "Mom, like, is your wife taking advantage of you?"
Yeah, exactly. Should I end it on a good note? I have a different kind of funny story. It's a little
Sure.
short.